Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and a big shout out to everyone watching on Vision View TV. It is, of course, exclusive. Now, we have arrived at the exciting team event. This team event will be a wrestle meet style. Each competitor will compete in their assigned weight class, where a win will earn their team 1 point, and a submission win inside the first 3 minutes will earn their team 2 points. In the case of a draw, the captains will toss a coin, and the toss winner will elect which division goes first in a 3-minute matchup. Introducing first, the team representing the blue corner, Team CMH Ford, in their fight order. Rourke Booth, Tyler Lazarus, Captain Desley, the Night King Faithful, Milan Stradom, and Tristan Lilford. Put your hands together for Team CMH Ford. The team representing the red corner, JJ Karajanides, Joshua Haydenreich, Captain Dylan, Mr. Submission Kings, Carrera Miguel, Kevin Mayer, and Jordan Hinckley. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your two teams in this exciting event. Let's hear it for our two teams and our competitors tonight. Our first fight is a featherweight fight between Rourke Booth and JJ Karajanides. All right, those who are not involved in the first matchup, please take your seats as Rourke and JJ go head to head in this featherweight matchup. Your referee is Lloyd Griffith.
Well, folks, as you heard, this wrestle meets style competition is designed to bring out the best in strategic grappling. Each match is in this team event is 6 minutes long with no overtime, encouraging aggressive and decisive play. Points will be tailed based on submissions and match outcomes, adding a unique layer to the strategy and team spirit. So, Mark, you've been part of a quintet before. A little bit different to the wrestle meet style style matchup.
This is very, very interesting new team event that we have here. There's no winner keeps. Basically, each guy fights and it's next guy in. You know, weight divisions. You don't. At least with this, we're not going to see a mismatch in weights. You know, each guy is fighting per his weight division. And yeah, we see Rourke pulling guard. He's looking to go shin on shin, perhaps enter single leg X. Yep, single leg X there, outside Ashi. We saw a break earlier on from this exact position. I hope that we don't see something similar again. JJ shaking it off, saying he's fine. Straight, we see he's got the boot on, extending his leg.
You know,
we know Rourke is very deadly with these leg attacks. He should finish here maybe from a straight ankle position. Can we comment on JJ's mullet? That is a strong mullet if I've ever seen one.
It most definitely
Jeez.
is. But perhaps that gives him a little bit of calm and composure, because, you know, he did the exact right thing that you need to do when you're caught in that heel hook
100%.
Take it slow and steady in terms of your movement, and make sure that you focus on grips and focus on that heel, ensuring that heel isn't exposed any longer.
Rourke looking to invert, perhaps like a K-guard entry onto that far side leg. Yeah. Okay. Shooting for close guard. Again, K-guard to the other side now. We may see him going to a backside 50-50 position, and then potentially 50-50 from there. Yep. Okay, staying calm in his close guard position, looking to break posture, control the arms.
You know, and JJ's really found his flow in the 66 kg division, particularly on the Sub Kings tournament scene. And, you know, he's up against a brown belt today. We must remember that. There is
For sure.
a big difference between how long both of these competitors have been doing jiu-jitsu and holding out very well up against Rourke.
I mean, just to caveat, I think JJ has been training for quite a while. He's 20 years old, but he's referee Bobby's son. You know, I think he will have been training from a young kid as well. So when I say referee, I mean Bobby jumps in sometimes as referee, not current referee standing on the mat.
Rourke planning something quite sneaky from the bottom there as a teammate.
With that ninja choke of his. Again, single leg X. Rourke looking to wrestle up. Okay, pulling guard again. I think we're going to see Rourke keep trying to attack the legs.
JJ had a chin strap there for a second.
Yeah.
Deciding to go back to with a bit of a throat post, looking to stand up. I don't know if it's a good idea to stand up, particularly in the way that Rourke's been attacking his legs.
Again, Rourke looking to suck that knee line back in. Okay, so we're going to see Rourke is just he's so tricky from the bottom. You know, inversions, you escape one leg attack, you into another leg attack. Oh, nice close guard from Rourke as JJ tries a cartwheel pass. Another throat post, quite aggressive from JJ. Looking to high step over Rourke's legs. Getting a bit of a crossface underhook there on Rourke. Rourke framing nicely, getting his inside position.
2 minutes, Rocky, 2 minutes.
And just a reminder to the folks at home that we are within the 2-minute period, so that means that there is only 1 point on offer for the rest of this match should one of the competitors finish the match. And if we end up at a draw, it will be 0-0 going into the second round.
Yeah. Worth highlighting that if there is a submission within the first 3 minutes, it is worth 2 points. Okay, so Rourke again, inversion. We see that backside, potential backside 50-50. He needs to transfer that leg. Okay. JJ looking very calm despite what Rourke's throwing at him. Rourke now has a butterfly hook with a reverse X. We could see him perhaps entering that far side leg, but JJ looking to
doing an exquisite job there, keeping control.
JJ
of the
looks
neck.
like, good Rourke, very resilient at the bottom there.
Lots of instructions being shouted out by both corners here, trying to take full advantage of the time left over on the match going into the last minute.
All right. JJ manages to get to Rourke's back here. He may be locking up a body triangle at some point. Okay, he's gone for a hip clamp. Now there's a lot of grip fighting going on. Rourke needs to get to that shoulder.
JJ took a second to look up at the clock there.
And Rourke managed to, again, JJ attacking that neck. He's got an arm-in guillotine with that leg over Rourke's back to control his posture, but now Rourke's rolling back onto his back. JJ seems to still have that connection though. I thought JJ was maybe going to go for some type of Peruvian necktie. JJ passing some words to Rourke's team there. I'm not too sure what was said.
Quick 5 seconds.
JJ bringing a bit of attitude along with him into this match. Ends it off, probably proud of his result.
Yeah, going up against a seasoned competitor like Rourke, I think JJ will be proud of his performance there. I think Rourke would have wanted something more. Rourke is, quite invested in these competitions and always comes out to finish. So I think he'll be disappointed in himself. But nonetheless, solid performance from both, constant attacking, and a beautiful display of jiu-jitsu.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that would mean that we go into the next round.
Sorry to interrupt you there. I think we were just showing you some highlights here. JJ not giving Rourke anything and telling him he's not getting away with anything.
The action continues. It's now a lightweight bout between Tyler Lazarus and Joshua Haydenrich. Put your hands together for our two competitors in the lightweights. Your referee, Lloyd Griffith.
All right, as we can hear, quite a lot of support for Tyler Lazarus here tonight. Both of these gents are 17 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not mistaken. You know, and both competitors training from a young age as well. Tyler Lazarus looking to make a statement on this WTA mat. He's been pushed from a young age, always on the competitive scene, and wants to make a statement tonight.
Yep, Tyler, as you mentioned, has been training from a young age, probably 4 or 5 years old, if I'm not mistaken. The likes of jiu-jitsu, judo, MMA, striking, so quite a well-versed athlete. Joshua, I don't know too much about him, but I have rolled with him once or twice at open mat. Also a very strong youngster, solid jiu-jitsu game, so I think we're in for some fireworks here.
Well, the other fact about Joshua, he's been on the MMA circuit. He's actually had an amateur fight, so he may bring some physicality to this matchup as opposed to jiu-jitsu. And there we go.
We see Tyler trying an uchimata there. Joshua straight onto his back. This will be a good regard there from Tyler. We can see that experience just showing straight onto the attack now. Looks like he's trying to grab a leg there, Tyler, that is. Joshua dropping onto a DAS. He doesn't have the solid connection just yet, but he looks to have locked it up now. I think he needs to come up now, eh? That is on. That looks like it could be on. Oh, competitors falling off the mats, and referee Lloyd Griffith will reset them. Will they be reset in that position with the DAS?
I do think so.
Looks like
with the DAS position, you will reset in the exact same position. It's typically leg positions that you aren't reset into if you roll off the stage. And despite how deep that looked and as much trouble Tyler looked in, he kind of got up from there and he's still white-faced.
Yeah,
and,
he didn't look phased at all. The problem, Joshua has lost that bicep grip and control over the back. Tyler, safe position now, looking to implement some passing, I would assume. Maybe into some knee cut. Maybe some Toriando passing. Let's see, some long step, high step. You would assume that when they reset that position, the competitor that had the bite, so Josh, was able to maybe re-establish some better grips, but it didn't look as such.
Yeah. You would have done well.
Oh, nice duck under from Josh. Tyler quite aware of what was coming.
Both competitors heavy on the collar ties here.
Yeah. Some hand fighting, both men looking to get inside position. It looks like bicep control. We may see another duck under from Josh. There we go. There we go. Beautiful duck under.
Both competitors with immense, composure here in the middle of the match.
Yeah, and for such young guys, bright lights, big stage, very composed. Very impressive. So again, Tyler trying for that uchimata, and Josh, with a big takedown.
Fantastic work as he's on his
beautiful
back right now, looking to sink in a knee on the near side and a leg over on the far side. I think he could have stayed in that control position a little bit longer.
Yeah. Josh needs to take his time here, maybe get a hip clamp there and work to now isolate the arms and go for the finish. Again, it looks like he's under there. It looks like he may be under the chin. He now needs to work on that bite and just rotating to finish. I would assume that's on.
Oh, fantastic work by
Beautiful
Tyler.
work by Tyler.
To get himself out of that position.
Wow. Unbelievable. How did he get out of that? That was under his chin.
That was under his chin. I think the arm that Josh was trying to slip behind actually ended up at the top of the head.
Yeah,
the old rattlesnake finish there.
And now we see Tyler actually on the attack with a single leg X position. Again, Josh quite privy to what Tyler's trying to accomplish here. But wow, I can't believe that that escape. That I would have said he's dead to rights there in that rear naked.
And just a reminder for our folks at home right now, we've dropped below the 3-minute mark in this match, which means that there is only 1 point available for the rest of this this matchup. So let's see if either of the competitors can take advantage of that.
Josh trying to be a bit heavy, needs to get out of that half guard from Tyler. Start implementing some chest to chest. Looks like he's going for a reverse. Oh, straight to mount.
Decides to go out the other door into a side control position. But Tyler's guard game is very good.
Beautiful guard retention. Again, look at his face, completely unfazed by whatever. Okay, Josh falling straight onto a straight ankle. He needs to rotate onto that shoulder and extend. Hip down, belly down. Tyler doing very well. I would think Tyler needs to come around the corner, get the boot on.
You know, a hard-fought battle by both these competitors. An immense back and forth. You know, if this would have to go to a judging table, we don't have that tonight in this style of matchup. You couldn't split hairs between these two competitors.
No, so close. Tyler may look for a long step. There we go. Long step pass onto the neck. Straight to a mount. Joshua regarding onto the legs now. Oh, we see an outside heel hook attack again. As you can see, the crowd very, very anxious, given what we heard earlier tonight. Oh, I don't think he has as deep as a bite as he would need.
It doesn't seem like he's got great control over that knee line, but still a very dangerous position.
Yeah, Tyler very relaxed.
You see how he slipped that hip closer to his opponent's hip, doing a great job to make sure that there isn't an angle. And that knee line is out. He's safe.
Safe. One of them needs to just throw caution to the wind and just give it a go. There's 10 seconds left. Joshua's stand-up game has been very impressive. He has gotten to Tyler's back every time. All right, good match.
A fantastic match of action. Just watching the bossmen there, Alistair Bishop and Justin, wipe the sweat off their forehead in those potential heel hook
those
attempts.
outside heel hook attacks.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to see another gruesome injury like what we saw. Beautiful display. 17 years old. What an awesome stage that these guys have to, you know, showcase their skills and put some, you know, put something to their names. Let us know, you know, this is who we are. We're the up-and-comers, and we're here to disrupt things a bit.
And the perfect curtain raiser for kind of the matchup that everybody is
the one we were talking about.
You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was incredible to watch. Two incredibly talented athletes. Let's get a round of applause for them. That was brilliant to watch. All right, we got our two captains in action. The captain of CMH 4, Desley Faithful, up against the captain of CMH Isuzu in Dylan Carrera Miguel. It's the welterweights doing battle, and it promises to be a fascinating bout. Our referee, Bobby Karajanidis.
So we have one of our main fights of the evening, Dylan Carrera Miguel, Mr. Submission Kings, versus Desley Faithful. Two very active competitors, both looking very stoic and calm. I find that Dill is just never fazed by this Submission King stage. He comes out and performs every single time.
And you know, a competitor that's always looking for the submission.
Unbelievable. Dill pulling guard straight away. Now, these are two very high-level competitors. Dylan a brown belt, Desley a black belt. Both men have actually fought each other on various occasions. I'm not too sure of their
the record is sitting right now in the favor of Desley.
Is it?
With Dill looking to get one back on his opponent tonight. But what's quite interesting is that Dill's had 10 matches on the WTA stage with Desley 7.
Oh, wow.
Yet his mat time is less.
Who's that? Dills.
Dill.
Yeah.
Just promoting the fact that he has an
Going for subs.
8-2 sub record. For every match that he has won, he has won via submission.
Speaking of, we spoke about this team event versus, myself partaking in the quintet events previously. I was actually in Dill's team on one of the prior shows, and he came out and saved the day with I think it was 2 North-South Turks.
Dill getting a chance to be on top this time around.
And for a welterweight, Dill's pressure on top, actually both of these guys, when they are on top, it's pretty uncomfortable and unpleasant. So interesting to see Dill not really utilizing a top game there against Desley and looking to roll through for a Kimura trap.
Looking to isolate that arm, finding it difficult to release that leg.
Oh, Desley onto his own outside heel hook again. Very similar to what we've seen tonight. It seems to be a
Dill doing really well to...
slipping that heel onto his own toe hold. Very tight on that. Oh. Desley managing to get his foot out.
No real inside position on the legs by either competitor right now. They sit back into a double butterfly position.
Strong collar tie from Dill. Or attempted collar tie rather.
Dill once again rolling
through onto that neck. He does that all the time. He'll attack a mounted guillotine now once he manages to free that leg in Desley's half guard.
Windscreen wiper there, looking to kind of do that Joseph Chen tripod pass. Very, very flexible.
But as we can see, Desley very privy to Dill's game.
Yeah.
Quite aware what he's trying to throw at him.
Dill again jumping onto that foot. We talk about styles making fights, and there are 2 competitors with quite diverse styles. Desley, very heavy with the collar ties. I think enjoys the wrestling a little bit more, whereas...
I mentioned Dill's top game and Desley, but Desley definitely is known for that ugly top game, especially on the sub-king stage. We've seen him, I think he's tapped a guy to a mother's milk choke. He's had heavy cross-face pressure, and if you're not expecting it, I think it can catch you by surprise. Desley going for a belly down ankle lock. Desley going for a belly down ankle. Dill very, very relaxed. Now he exchanges for his own ankle lock. Desley got a bit of a butterfly guard going now. Some grip fighting head to head. It would be nice if Desley manages to elevate Dill here, maybe enter a leg. Okay. Nice passing from Dill. With that shoulder crunch position. Now Dill's got the butterfly hook and the shoulder crunch. He's going to try to sweep Desley over to Dill's right hand side. Again, Desley quite aware. Oh, there we go.
Fantastic sweep there.
Beautiful.
But as you said, Desley was well aware, trying to extend his hips outwards to not have his hips elevated in that position for the sweep. But fantastic completion by Dill.
So now we'll probably see Dill trying to implement some of that heavy pressure now. Try to slow the pace down a bit.
Fantastic crossface there. See Desley taking up all of that pressure. We've got 2 minutes of the clock, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, we are entering into the later part of the match, which means that there is only 1 point available at the rest of this matchup. And a reminder that the teams are still locked horns at 0-0 going.
0-0, yep. Okay, so Dill again still just trying to slow it down, remain heavy on top. Desley trying to keep him in that half guard a bit. No, he's trying to enter a butterfly hook. Chris getting some instruction from his corner. Dill getting instruction from his corner man being Chris.
Having been on that mat a couple of times, as we noted, particularly in a team event, 6 minutes. Is that enough time to work your game?
It goes a lot faster than you'd expect. And as we can see, when it's very equally matched like we've seen in the past 3 matches, trying to get that finish can prove to be quite difficult in a 6 minute match. But that being said, it is only 6 minutes, so you would expect guys to just go balls to the wall. Yeah.
Oh,
Dill locking on a triangle.
triangle position, but
Quite
Tesla.
slippery though. Reverse De La Riva inversion. Again, trying to enter the legs. Oh, bit of a heavy collar tie again.
Both competitors being told by their corners 1 minute left on the clock, trying to ensure that they end this off with a statement win for their team. Still looking up at the screen, just ensuring how much time he's got left.
Again, we may see Desley going for a belly down ankle lock. Dill's very composed though, especially on those leg attacks. Desley trying to just create some space so that he can hip into that. But Dill managing to come up, now enter on the legs on his own right. Another toe hold attempt from Dill.
Still exceptionally heavy, ensuring that Tesley does not get his hands on him.
Again with the rolling guillotine attempt.
Well, folks, despite the fact that we are going into the fourth matchup of this team event at 0-0 on both teams, it's been an exciting bout of jiu-jitsu from all the competitors.
So I think it may be worth highlighting what happens in the event of a draw for both teams after all matches.
In the event of the draw, the captains will get a coin toss, and the winning captain will get to decide which pair of athletes go back out on the mat for a 3-minute match. The 3-minute match will be followed up by 2 1-minute overtime rounds.
Okay, so that being said, so any captain can choose whichever division he wants to fight again.
That's correct.
Awesome. So now we have
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is the middleweight bout between two very talented athletes representing CMH Ford Milan Stradom against CMH Isuzu's Kevin Mayer. Your referee, Brandon Leach.
Well, folks, sometimes you're shielded from the drama that goes on in putting these events together. This was one of the drama events in which a competitor had fallen out. Late notice steps in Kevin Mayer. You know, he's been looking for his chance on the WTA mat. He is exceptionally very, very busy on the Submission Kings circuit. And, you know, he's been begging Big Al to give him his shot on the stage. And, you know, he asked for it, despite the fact that he's up against Milan, who's incredibly strong in this event. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, to that point, I think Kevin took a bit of an hiatus from competing and came back recently to one of the Sub Kings tournament. I think he had quite a good running. Milan, as we know, competes as much as possible, managed to go to Poland for ADCC trials earlier in the year, and he actually had quite a good run there overseas. So very seasoned competitor, trains out of Cornerstone and is quite active at the Quan Vessels gym as well. He's at Milan. Okay, Kevin pulling guard. We'll probably see Milan trying to implement some form of body lock passing here. Let's see. Yeah, straight.
Coming straight out of his corner.
Yep, his corner asking for the same instruction.
Kevin trying to isolate that
Shoulder. Kevin gets an overhook there with the butterfly guard. We may see him trying to elevate Milan and potentially enter some legs.
Stand up and start coriander.
instructions being shouted out by Milan's coach Richie Kwan. So whilst he does come out of the Cornerstone gym, Milan trains quite often at Quan Vessels every single morning, ensuring that he was prepared for this matchup. Milan originally was meant to be matched up against Austin
van Wyk, yeah.
And then just for those at home that did see the injury to Austin van Wyk, he is safe and sound at the hospital being checked up. So
we wish him a speedy
recovery.
Yeah, that was not nice to see, but I suppose it is the nature of the sport, unfortunately. Injuries do happen.
Good back step. Nice, Milan.
Milan trying to implement slow pressure passing, getting on top, controlling Kevin. Kevin tends to implement or tends to use some wild submissions, almost Craig Jones-esque. You know, he goes for like weird leg locks, weird chokes from the bottom. So you've always got to be, you know, aware of the unexpected. Rather, you know, he may throw in a buggy choke or something weird. So
they're looking to lock Milan down by grabbing his quad hamstring. Excuse me.
Okay, 15 seconds until we drop to 1 point up for grabs for the submission.
Milan's been pointed by his team to kind of get that knee line across the hip. As we enter once again the last 3 minutes of the matchup, 1 point on offer.
We may see Milan trying to force that knee through, get to a knee on belly and perhaps a mount where he's very strong on top.
It's a very difficult position for Kevin to be in right now. We know how heavy Milan is, you know, and he makes his strength, he makes you feel his strength on the bottom.
Kevin quite aware of what's trying to happen. And we can see Kevin again grabbing that hamstring, just trying to isolate and lock Milan down a bit more.
Despite the instructions coming from both corners, I wouldn't say the competitors are content to be where they're at, but they are most definitely trying to ensure that they have a lockdown in the position.
Yeah, we would want to see a bit more action, you know, push the pace, as we discussed earlier. You know, 6 minutes is not a lot of time.
There you go. Cradle the hip.
Explosive there from Milan, trying to force the mount. Kevin did well to just not give up the position, and now he finds himself in a butterfly guard. We may see him trying to get on that shoulder crunch. Okay, he goes overhook again. We're going to see him try elevate onto that shoulder crunch.
Well, folks, with 90 seconds on the clock, we are potentially walking into this team matchup that's heading down to the wire, with the last two competitors warming themselves up on the side, rearing to go.
We can hear Coach Rishi Kwan telling Milan to sit through for that leg. Kevin has his leg sitting on the outside of Milan's hip, so Milan's able to fall back onto some form of straight ankle or outside heel hook.
And again, sit for the leg, Milan.
Again, Kevin doing well. You know, not giving Milan anything. 30 seconds to go in this matchup. Milan to the back. He now needs to push the pace and really aggressively try and land that rear naked choke. He needs the team. He needs the point for the team. Oh, both 12 seconds to go and tapping whilst he is off the mat. 9 seconds to go. Kevin pretty much off the mat. Milan sinks in a strong rear naked. We know that on the back he's quite a menace, so not surprised, but very down to the wire. That could have gone, you know, down to a draw again.
Well, folks, we have a point on the board for Team Ford going into the last round, therefore requiring Jordan Hinckley to step up to the plate, either earn them the point back, and must remind you that if it ends in the first 3 minutes, Jordan can take it home for his team.
Yep. So to Ty's point, we need Jordan, well, the red team, Team Isuzu, will need Jordan to come out with a strong finish within 3 minutes to get the team 2 points and ultimately the win. Tristan has to last 3 minutes at least. Otherwise, just get the finish himself. If Tristan manages to hold out for 3 minutes, all right, handing over to CS.
But the way his weight was to mine was like, I don't know, it's like
Time now for the light heavyweights. A lot on the line, a lot at stake, yet when it takes all 9. First up, Tristan Lilford versus Jordan Hinckley. Your referee, Kino Lundi.
Maybe 60 seconds. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just scramble for the legs, start pumping and see what comes out. Because I can either get a hit inside.
All right, we have Jordan versus Tristan. This is the last match of the team event. If Tristan manages to hold off Jordan or get the sub, the only way for Team Isuzu to get the victory is, well, Jordan can either get a sub within 3 minutes to end the team event completely. If he gets a sub thereafter, it will be a draw at 1-1, and then we'll have one more fight to settle it.
You're spot on. Spot on, Marxilos. Heavy
Strong,
collar ties.
Heavy collar ties from Tristan, yeah.
You know, and as would be the case in a typical quintet match, when your team is up, Tristan could ride this one out, ensure that he doesn't have to do anything other than make sure he doesn't
And just
lose.
stall it, yeah.
Although, knowing the fighter that is Tristan, he's probably going to want to make a name for
100%,
himself.
I think Tristan will be going for a finish here. Another guy, you know, been quite active on the Sub Kings, you know, stage and tournament. So both these guys will be looking to make a name for themselves and get a nice finisher to maybe set their teams up for a victory ultimately. Jordan with that double knee shield, looking to get an overhook.
These two fighters are familiar with one another, fighting each other on the regional tournament scene. Jordan actually taking the win over Tristan on that front, so bodes potentially well to drive this team event into potential extra time. Lots of pressure there.
To keep Team Isuzu in the game, Jordan has to get a submission within the 6 minutes.
Body lock from Tristan, exceptionally strong in that position. Jordan looking to lock down those arms with double overhooks.
Oh, beautiful sweep.
Finds the sweep. But Tristan doing the right thing with an open guard there, you know, placing those feet on the hip once again, sliding back into double butterflies.
Oh, and Tristan tries to return the favor there. Onto a triangle perhaps, Tristan. Oh, looking for armor plotter. Good work from Jordan. Jordan now getting a head and arm, may sit for a head and arm in guillotine. Chooses to go to the back. He's probably going to try break Tristan down here, get some breakdown and take the back.
Taking his time as he should.
Yeah.
He's got the time on the clock.
Yeah.
Keeping hip to hip very, very closely.
So George has 30 seconds to get the 2 points with a finish within that time frame. Otherwise, only 1 point up for grabs.
Back to the front headlock. Trying to lock him down, spin to the back.
Back to the back.
Perhaps utilize a little time to tire out his opponent.
Tristan needs to maybe force a Granby roll or something.
He slips the first hook in, the bottom hook in, isolating the top of his body, looking to place that far leg over the top.
Okay, so we are up in terms of the 3 minutes, so only 1 point up for grabs now should there be a submission. That being said, Tristan has to either finish or just, you know, manage to hold out for the last 3 minutes to seal the victory for Team Ford. Very evenly matched fights we've seen all five.
Across the board.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, it looks like,
Trying to slip in that anaconda.
I thought he may have gotten it, but okay,
on the side, but it absolutely opened up the door for Tristan.
Tristan needs to maybe try to slow it down a bit on top. You know, once he gets past those legs, but Jordan doing a good job to re-guard again, shooting a triangle attempt there.
Well, Jordan has got 2 minutes on the clock to salvage this one for his team.
Attacking the Kimura, he had a wrist grip on that left hand of Tristan's. Shot over for the Kimura grip.
You know, I think that the Kimura grip would be a tough one to finish
on a big guy like Tristan.
On a big guy like Tristan. Difficult to just get over those biceps. And Tristan doing what he needs to do, locking down the
100%.
position. Doesn't necessarily need to take any risks.
Good advice from his team, you know, just making sure he's aware of Jordan's legs and the threats he poses with the triangle chokes. And
Jordan back onto that front headlock, looking to move to the back.
Same thing we saw earlier on, trying to force the back exposure. Again, Tristan staying tight. Jordan perhaps on the armbar now, Choi bar armbar. He needs to really extend him. He has to get this win, the submission for his team.
He's in a great position with 1 minute on the clock, folks.
Beautiful. He should take his time now. Yeah, he should be able to extend the hip up and lock that arm. Tristan trying to stay stacked and keep Jordan's hips down and closer to his body, then not allowing him to extend for the finish.
Jordan doing an exceptional job.
Jordan has to fire soon though. He's got 30 seconds on the clock. But Tristan, as you mentioned, keeping that grip nice and tight. Oh, tap.
Oh, what
beautiful. Beautiful.
With 23 seconds left on the clock.
To go.
My
he claws it back
goodness.
for the team.
Incredible,
stuff.
incredible scenes here.
Wow.
And as you said, he took his time. He made sure he made the slight adjustments.
Beautiful adjustments. That was textbook. He entered from that Choi bar position. They rolled through. He had the armbar from bottom, had his legs nice and tight and controlled, and just worked on breaking that grip slowly.
So folks, just a reminder that what will happen right now, the captains will go to coin toss. The winner of the coin toss gets to determine which team gets back out on the mat.
Which division
Gets to get back out on the mat. It will be down to that division to end off the evening. All competitors looking ready.
It will be very interesting to see who they pick. Do the captains pick themselves? Do they say, you know what, let you and me have a go again? Do they pick the smaller weight category? Maybe the guys that will be a bit more athletic. Surely we won't see the likes of Tristan and Jordan go again. They're having just fought, I would think.
Well, you know, once again, winner gets to choose.
Tyler.
Look at that. Bringing out the youngest competitors back onto the mat. Desley Faithful decides to put his faith in Tyler Lazarus, and he walks out.
Again, both these gents, so nice and composed, youngsters. It's just so impressive to see them shining like this under the bright lights. That was that performance from Jordan, awesome.
Yeah. No, he's definitely going up in the ranks.
To Tristan's credit, he was doing what he needed to do. He was nice and calm on top, but you know, Jordan just managed to get that arm isolated. And
well, here we go, folks. The match will end either in a submission within the limitation of the 3-minute time limit that they do have available at them, or we will go into 2 1-minute overtime rounds.
Thanks, Ty. Let's see now. I want to see if Josh is going to implement again that duck under to the back. That was quite successful for him in their first encounter. Tyler was trying to implement a bit of Uchimatas, which weren't successful. When he tried to implement them, Josh was able to get to his back. So it'll be interesting to see what Tyler, how he adapts, and what Josh now implements to get them to the ground.
And you know, it would be interesting to see if Tyler's learned from those failed attempts,
exactly.
You know, not to go down the same road again. Perhaps be a little bit proactive in disengaging. Tyler had some luck in the earlier round off of his back, being in that butterfly position. But both gentlemen deciding not to sit into guard.
And they probably need to get a crack on, because this is only a 3-minute match now, so we're already 1 minute down. It's interesting sitting in the commentary box. There's times when, you know, I want to just shout out some instruction just for having being sat in the crowd so many times here.
Both gentlemen looking to get on the inside position. Josh being quite successful there.
Boys need to start moving now. 1:30 to go.
Let's go, Ty.
Oh, nearly another takedown for Tyler. Josh on top. Okay, a minute to work.
Let's go, Ty. 1 minute.
Captain Desley Faithful putting his faith in Tyler Lazarus by choosing the weight category that he thought would favor his team the most to take it into this overtime. With both competitors resetting in the middle, 53 seconds left on the clock. If we get into overtime, what's your choice of overtime, Mark? Which direction would you take it? Back or spiderweb?
You know, it's an interesting point you make. Everyone tends to go for back these days, and I don't know how many guys actually practice that spiderweb armbar attack. So it would be interesting to see what. Oh, Tyler on the arm, similar position to what Jordan had. It would be interesting to see someone choose a spiderweb because, you know, if you implement that in your training camp, finishing that spiderweb position. It's likely your competitors have been working on defending the back from overtime rounds.
Oh, Tyler's foot is stuck in that straight ankle
down
lock.
now again from Josh.
22 seconds and Josh going hell for leather.
Josh has to give it his all here.
Tyler climbing the back.
Beautiful work from Tyler.
Great job to release the pressure.
Oh, outside heel hook attempt again from what we saw earlier today. And you can see the crowd wincing as Josh puts that on.
Oh, but once again, great composure by Tyler Lazarus.
Sure.
He's been caught in that heel hook position about 3 times across
and that face of his just remains stoic. You know, no expression, nothing.
Well, as we mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, we go into the overtime rule. Winner of the coin toss gets to determine the position for both of the rounds. Each competitor will be placed into that position. Fastest escape time will win. Unless there is a submission, fastest submission time will win.
So this is the first overtime we're seeing tonight.
If I recall, between WTA8 and WTA9, this may be the first overtime across 2 tournaments.
Just shows you how great these events have been. You know, Al and Justin really getting it right. These last 2 events have been
position being chosen here on the back. Tyler ensuring that he leans forward.
Sorry, who did win the coin toss? Okay, let's see. Tyler
out of the position in about 9 seconds. Incredible job, which would mean that
Tyler amping the crowd up, making sure everyone knows what he's about. So now, in order for Tyler to win, he needs to hold Josh for longer than 9 seconds. In order for Josh to get one back for his team, he needs to escape within 9 seconds.
There is one further permutation. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen, but if Tyler can finish this in 8 seconds,
of course,
we would see a winner via...
Josh needs to explode. Tyler managing to lock that body triangle and now control the upper body.
Very difficult position when the body triangle is on board, and that is a win for Team CMH Ford. Fantastic
Captain Desley
work.
Faithful put his faith in the young gun, Tyler Lazarus, who manages to clinch it for the team. We can see him being hoisted up by some of the bigger guys.
Well,
no bad or no discredit to Josh. I mean, flip, what a performance from him as well. Awesome to see those guys go at it again.
No, exceptional performance for both sets of athletes. But as you noted, Desley Faithful having a strategy coming into this matchup, understanding what he would do, perhaps based on the performances of the night, perhaps pre-planned, and it has all gone according to plan.
Maybe he thought there was a bit more of a discrepancy between those two in their skill set, so maybe he thought Tyler had the upper hand, more so than the other divisions in their team. So Yeah, awesome to see the young guy winning it for his team, raising the trophy now, treated like a champ. Awesome to see. Big support here for Tyler. It looks like he's got a lot of family and gym members here, so awesome, awesome, awesome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a number of big bouts coming up, but we're going to go to a quick ad break and we will be back in a number of seconds. Thank you.